Have you ever seen a teacher get arrested? My daughter came home from school, and while she was sitting at the kitchen counter eating her after-school snack, she casually mentions, "Oh yeah, and this boy in my class keeps saying he's going to break into girls' bedrooms at night. It's kind of funny." I instantly thought, "What the?" I said, "Honey, what do you mean break into your rooms?" She shrugged, not even looking up from For You page. "When was this?" "I don't know, like a week ago? He's been texting a bunch of us about it." I asked her to show me, and she just sighed before handing me her phone. I scrolled for 30 seconds through her Snapchat saved chats with him, and I could instantly tell this was definitely not a joke. I even saw a saved photo where he took a picture of her bedroom window from the outside. She actually laughed. "Mom, you don't understand. Everyone talks like this now. I think he must just have a crush on me or something, and that's why he wants to come into my room." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Was social media teaching her this was normal or something? I showed my husband, who happens to be a police officer, and as soon as he saw those texts, he took one of those deep dad breaths. He just told her to block him and said he'd deal with it tomorrow. But we didn't even get until tomorrow, because that night around 3 a.m. while we were sleeping, our alarm system starts going off. We both instantly shot up out of bed, completely confused as it rang. Why did our alarm go off? But then we heard the scream from our daughter's bedroom. "Dad! Dad!" My husband instantly jumped out of bed and ran towards her room yelling, "Honey, what happened?" But just as he burst through her bedroom door, he saw someone wearing all black jump back out of her window and start running away from our house. Her window was completely broken open, and he yelled at the kid to stay away as he kept running away. He grabbed her as she cried, as she clearly realized that this boy was absolutely not joking in his texts. We instantly knew what this meant, and none of us slept the rest of the night. The next morning, I called her school's principal. "I need my daughter removed from all of this boy's classes immediately," I said. "There was an attempted break-in at our house last night. It was him." But all he did was laugh and tell me he'd deal with it. I thought he meant he'd kick him out of school or worse, so I felt relieved, knowing a lot of girls in her class would probably be a lot safer now. However, when my daughter came home early from school that afternoon, the first thing I noticed, she was in tears again. What happened?" As I hugged her, but she was lost for words. "Mom, he's still at school. I should have known." She kept going, and apparently in between classes, she was grabbing something from her locker when that same punk walked up to her. She had her back turned, and when this little ditty walked by her, he tried to smack her on the butt. Thankfully, she saw him coming, but he was close, and as soon as she realized what he was trying to do, she spun around and kicked him as hard as she could in the balls. He fell over in pain, but the teachers all saw what happened. They all broke up the fight while the kid kept saying, "Oh, I'm so coming back tonight." They instantly took them both of them to the office, and when the principal tried to fix it, he put them in a small room together and told them to just kiss and make up. I was seething with rage and called that principal again. When he answered, I lost it. "You know what that kid did to my daughter this time? Kiss and make up?" But he cut me off. "Ma'am, there are 1,200 kids in this school. Do you think I have time to break up your daughter's relationship?" I was so mad I just hung up and told my husband word for word what she told me. This time he just looked at me, and then our sweet girl after having gone through that. Then he just walked out of the house, and about an hour later my phone rang again, and it was the school's principal. I was still teary-eyed thinking about what she had to go through, and was honestly ready to tear this guy apart. But when he started talking, I noticed he sounded scared. "Ma'am, I'm so sorry about what happened earlier. How was I supposed to know you weren't joking?" I felt the steam coming out of my ears. "Joking? He tried to break into my house. That little diddler should be thrown in juvie." He just kept apologizing, but halfway through he got cut off mid-sentence by someone at his door. He told me to hold for a moment, but never came back to the phone because the sheriff's department was there to escort him out. That was his last day working there.